Congratulations on the launch of Presi Experiential.
Thank you.
Everyone wants to know who is Precious Joy Urube, who is the CEO of this awesome brand.
Okay, thank you so much. So my name is Precious Joy Urugwe, and I'm very excited because this is the launch of Presi Experiential. I'm very excited because it's been a time where, like, after 2 years of really pilot testing the ideas, the strategies, and trying to see how they work across sectors, most especially in like the retail industry, even if we also worked in like education, we worked in media and in consulting and a lot of other worked with other industries or sectors. For us, right, it's just been an amazing period. So Precious Joy is someone who grew from the fashion industry. So I had interned with Lagos Fashion Week, interned with some other fashion companies, and then, like, for example, we talk about like Manta for Diolosego and the others, right? And at Joa as the brand coordinator and just getting to understand a lot of things about businesses. So for me, right, it's just more about it was just more about learning. I love the fashion body of people, especially the women. So I love how clothes really make people to feel really confident. But in as much as your confidence should come from you, clothes just brings it out.
Absolutely.
So for me, right, working in the retail really brought a lot of things where I got to understand what's it called, understand supply chain units. I understood what risk management was, finance, human resource. I understood what business development, sales, customer service, brand packaging, and just a lot of other things. So it was like I went to one industry, but I learned tons of other stores, and it was so beautiful because that was where the whole thing of customer experience really started for me. That was where the whole thing of business experience. So for me, when I was working with a particular company, it was that I wanted to, when I see that, okay, what the finance unit was doing was hinging sales, because I was working in sales and customer service unit and I was in charge then. And so it was like, nah, I'm definitely going to prefer a solution. And I was so excited that I had an executive director who would say, dear finance team, implement what PJ has said, and for me it was beautiful. So every time I always looked for how exactly could we improve the experience that our customers were having, and then how exactly could we improve the experience of our employees, because for me life is about people. Treat people well. You just don't know, no matter wherever you are today. Treat people, whether you're the boss, the CEO, security man, whatever. Treat people well. So for me, Precious Joy is just someone that is concerned about people. I love treating people well, and so I'm glad that I got into the space of a job, a career, a profession that really encouraged me to learn to treat every single person down the value chain really well. So that's exactly what it is.
You've highlighted some things that you were hoping to achieve. Now let's go into Presi Experiential. What do you hope to achieve with this brand? What are the services you're going to offer?
Okay, so well, what I intend to achieve with Presi Experiential is to help businesses improve their experiences across board. So whether it has to do with their clients, their customers, which are their end users, or their employees, because again, business is about people. You're not the one who is going to produce your products and then buy, or produce your services and then buy from you. No, people who are in need of it are going to buy from you. So again, it's about how do you make me feel. I always like to use this illustration. For example, let's say I'm in a relationship with a guy, or you're in a relationship with a guy.
Okay.
If the guy doesn't treat you well, if the experience you are having, which comes from the treating, if they don't care about you, I'm definitely going to leave. So it's the same thing with business. You are not treating me well, you just care about my money, I'm definitely going to leave. So that means that business does not have customer loyalty, they do not have employee loyalty. So that's why I look at the workplace culture a lot. And that's why I'm excited that at Presi Experiential, we're going to be looking more at the workplace culture, we look at the leadership system, because you are a leader, you are the boss, does not mean you treat people as servants. there's one of my bosses, which
Work.
yeah, I even learned it from Matt, who was one of my bosses, and we had a conversation sometime, and he was talking about leadership is about servanthood. You are in service. So because you are the boss, whatever, you are in service to your employees first, who are your brand ambassadors, your advocates, and then to your end users, not the customers first. So that is exactly what it is. So we hope, what not we hope, we know we'll make that impact because we've done it over a period of time and we've seen that it has worked. And so it's just more about improving the experiences so that you as the business owner you can make money, and then you as the employee, your employees are happy, they want to stay longer with you. Imagine you having a business of about 20 years, 2 decades, and then you don't have a staff who have stayed up to about 5 years with you. Something is definitely wrong. So for me, I saw that as a problem. I'm like, no, there's something really wrong. And when I started to pay attention, I found that it was more of the workplace culture. So in as much as the boss does not shout at you, but maybe your safety is not exactly that guaranteed. Maybe in terms of like your work is not being valued. You know, it's just I spoke to a friend of mine who works in Rwanda, and she was talking to me about how the way she's being treated because she's Nigerian. And I'm like, that is totally wrong. A workplace culture should be across board. So everybody should feel welcome in the workplace.
Races and tribes.
Exactly. So it is because you are Yoruba, you are Edo, you are Igbo. No, I'm going to treat my own people this way. Definitely you're going to have a toxic work experience if you're working there and you're not from that tribe. So for me, it's just more about us improving the experiences of businesses. And then when we talk about you talked about services.
Yes.
So in terms of the services, right, we it's just so beautiful. So it's still more about from customer experience we move to business experience. So business experience basically is about experiences across each department. So first we look at like what is your workplace space? What is it like? If I walk into this retail store, which we actually focus on retail industry, but different sectors within the retail industry, it's more about what is your store like? Is it welcoming? Is it something that puts me off? What colors did you use? You're using pink. Does everybody like pink? I'm a lady, but I don't like pink. I like blue. So what I will ask, my question is like, what happened to blue? And is your business just for females? Even though all females like blue and pink. Like me. So for me, it's like, what is the environment like? What's the ambience? Does it make me feel cool? Does it make me feel safe? And that's one thing I'm really grateful for my background in the industry because it touched up those things. And then we look at like a website. What is the website experience like? When I come in there, do I feel like, oh wow. Not just, yes, products are good, but not just the product. How seamless is it? How easy it is. Do you get? So it's now more about so we look at that the design experience where we look at like the website, we look at your interiors, and then secondly we look at like building of the experiences, which has to do with your sales. We have to look at your customer service. So we look at like your sales plan, what's your sales strategy like? What is your sales system like? And then we look at your customer retention system because what is sales? Sales is about trying to get people to buy. But when we talk about or we look into customer service is how do you support those people that are buying from you? How do you support them and ensure that they stay loyal to you? That is what customer service is about. It's not just about, good afternoon, yes, ma'am. No, it is something about support me all the way. It's just like when you have family members or you have friends. If they don't support you, how do you feel? So that is exactly what most of our customers, that's how they feel. And then we move into like, my goodness, I love this employee experience. The employee experience is where we look into the workplace culture, we look at the leadership. It's very, very important for us because leadership, for me, is like it powers everything. It's just like when you're in the head, is the leader of every part of your body. So even in a home, you say the father, right? Is the head of the home, the head of the family unit. So it means that if the father is not doing what he's meant to do, things are going to go wrong in that family, even if the mother tries to support or do things. So it's the same thing when the leadership is not taking their call, taking their place. What happens? Everybody does whatever they want to do. And how we do this, we look at like systems, we look at processes, we look at policies. What are you setting in place to provide this necessary support to your employees, and then to your customers. So those are basically what we look at Presi Experiential.
Thank you, Precious. To the layman, who is your target audience, your target clientele? Like, just be very specific.
Okay. So our target audience. First, look at so fashion. We still look at like what your interior space is like, what your sales system, customer service system is, and what is the employee experience. Do your staff? Do you have employee loyalty, and are you able to retain your staff in that company? When you look at like beauty and wellness sector, those are also our target audience. Because when I come in, it's beauty, right? I don't know that men. I'm confident I'm coming to the right place. Then we also look at like furniture, the furniture space, but as long as they're in retail. And then we also look at electronics. We also look at what's it called, restaurants and foods. So across board, those five sectors in the retail industry are actually our target audience. And we're very excited because we've had like touch here when we're still like in the pilot testing stage. And so now it's like, okay, you've come of age, so let's do this on a bigger scale. So that's exactly why we're launching and saying, okay, yeah, we're here and we're about to make a change.
Okay. So you have basically spoken about this is what I'm going to do for your brand, this is what we're going to do for brands, customer service, employee experience and all that. But what do you hope to gain from this? Like what is in it for you as a brand?
Whoa, what is in it for me basically is the impact. We are actually more about, Presi Experiential is more about merging African businesses with global retail customer experience standards using African strategies. Because one of the things is, we noticed, right, the development that's actually happened in the Western nations, in Europe, they're actually much more advanced than we are. And so it means they've achieved years of economic development, and we are just little over how many years after colonization, gaining independence. So that means that we're trying to use all of their systems. There's a problem. They've achieved to an extent, they're developed. We are still developing countries. So it means that we will use their framework, but how can we tailor it to our own system and make it work for us? So that's basically what is in it for us. It's not about, yes, it's good to implement other strategies. The majority of people in Africa, how many are really educated? There are some people that they did go to school, but yet they have money. And so they want to have luxury stuff. They want to enjoy the good things of life. How do you really treat those people? So for us, it's more about how can we merge your business, ensure that the experience you're given across different departments to your employees, to your customers, they are top notch. When people leave, they're like, wow. When people come on your side, they're like, whoa. When they're having interaction with like your employees, they're like, oh my goodness. When it even comes to you, the CEO, if they get to meet you, is like, whoa, what's really going on here? So that is it for us. It's about making an impact. For me, having a successful life is about impacting people with the knowledge that I have, with the investment that I've really made in myself. And I've been in the industry, retail industry for about since 2000, and I think for about maybe 7+ years. I've gained an amount. I've worked across units. I've worked even in e-commerce. So it's like gaining on knowledge. I gained knowledge. More about how can we make an impact.
Okay.
That is basically what it is for us.
You've been doing this for 7 years, amazing 7 years.
Yes. With other companies still working with
Other
them.
brands. So can you like share your experience with what brands have you been able to work for? What experiences do you have from working with these brands?
Okay. So I will just share, I think, 3. So okay, yeah, I worked in Nigerian Student Fashion Design when I worked in the project management space, when we had like master classes and all for those in the fashion and design space. I worked with Maya Tafo, which is now, it was Maya Tafo, but now it's Atafo.
Okay.
Yes, and I really love that brand. And it exposed me to like the menswear unit, and that was where I really learned servanthood. That was where I learned it, and for me, it wasn't a big deal because I saw the man that I know had like wealth of knowledge doing that. So that was where I learned servanthood leadership.
Okay.
And then we also had participating leadership in the sense that what do you have in mind? We are doing this. What do you have to say? And then I worked with Clan, like the other Sego Limited or Clan. And Clan was a workwear brand, it's a workwear brand, and it's an amazing brand. I had opportunities to like own the brand. I had in the sense that I had opportunities to interact with clients, and to a large extent, my bosses trusted me to handle sales, and I was really grateful for that. I could do it. So that even boosted my confidence because I was able to stand anybody, whether you are the marketing manager of like Nike or I could stand like anybody at all. So my confidence just skyrocketed. And then at Joa as the brand coordinator, having to do like brand partnerships, getting brands across African nations, it's just been so beautiful. So whether the boss was there or not, like you get the job done. So I'm very, very excited. I'm very excited.
So, what areas of sustainability are you looking for your brand? Like,
Okay.
because as a layman, I'm listening to you and I'm just thinking, okay, I might just like maybe pay you for consultancy, do this, do that. But how do I get to work with you after the first experience?
Okay, so
Like, do I need you for a long space of time? I just need you for like a week, 2 weeks.
thank you very much. So we are about transformation, right? And for you to make a change, it doesn't happen in twinkle of an eye. It doesn't happen in a day. It doesn't happen in a week. So our system basically is we work with you minimum of 2 months. If you want us to work with you in terms of your sales, we work with you minimum of 2 months because it's about you were here and then we were able to assist to get you to this point. It's not just oh do this rush 1 day training 2 days. No. It doesn't work that way, and that is our system of operation. The least is 2 months, and that's exactly what it is. So for us, right, in terms of sustainability, we look at quality education because obviously a man can only function based on the knowledge, the information that they have. So that's like SDG 4. Then we look at 8 and 9. 8 will talks about what's it called, decent work, economic growth, and then when we talk about 9, we're looking at sustainability, and I love those. So for us, it's more about quality education. It's more about improving the economy because as we do this for the brands here, the economy is being improved. Because imagine you know the experience you're going to get in, like for example, a Tom Ford. You're getting from a brand in Nigeria, or you're getting from a brand across Africa. What happens? You're going to definitely deal with those people. So for us, it's more about improving the economic state of Africa. Improving it. It's daring, but we will do it.
Okay, thank you so much. I've been enlightened, I've been educated. Thank you for talking to me. Precious Joy Urupe. She is the CEO of Presi Experiential. Yes, you are the CEO. And I just want to say this. According to her, a summary of all she has said is Presi Experiential aims at improving businesses in Africa, one business at a time, helping the economy to grow, improving retail experiences when it comes to customer interaction, and also like employee experience in brands. And I think every brand, especially a brand that actually has first-hand relationship with their client base or their customer base, should actually get the services of Presi Experiential. My name is Adeshola Momo, and that has been all about the Presi Experiential brand. And this has been the company launch. We cannot wait to offer our services to your brand, to you guys. Just send in the booking, send in the mails, send in the calls, everything.
So yeah, in terms of like them being able to like reach out to us, they can check our website,
Okay.
which is presijexperiential.com. And then to reach out
I think
to
we'll
us.
also put that on the screen.
Yeah, definitely. So for you to like reach out to us in terms of business, you write business at presijexperiential.com. So that is our
A phone number too.
A phone number on our website. There's a phone number.
Okay, so just reach out to them.
My name is Tosin Obamado, and I'm the creative director and head chef of Experiential. Initially, when we started up the company, we had a lot of issues that was literally delaying our operations and the way we deliver to our clients, and we knew we had to fix it. And being a perfectionist, but it was not it at all for us. So we had to reach out to Precious Joy, who is the founder of Presi Experiential. And when I say from there, it was just like this all the way. It was like that all the way. That even down to our clients, we started receiving reviews from them how our operations actually just went smoothly, and we did not have structure in quotes at the beginning of the company, right? We thought we did, but we did not have structure. So Passion Joy helped us with our processes, with our structure, with our operations, with basically everything. Initially, we were running the business and we thought we were doing it right. But when we came in contact with Precious Joy, things like it felt like a scale fell from our eyes. Like, oh wow, okay, what just happened? And since then, it's been up all the way.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for listening.